talk about a game that has been one of the most requested games to come to the platform since Call of Duty. Wuthering Waves has hit GeForce Now in full force, and quite quickly I might add, but it's not without its problems. So the question is, after the request to add the game to the platform has been granted, is it worth the wait? Well, we're about to break down how the game plays on all tiers of GeForce Now, starting with the free tier. Now for those new to GeForce Now and looking to see whether this way to play is right for you, the free tier is one of the best ways to try this. They just recently increased capacity for the free tier, so now is a great time to jump on. Granted, the free tier does have some caveats. One of these caveats is that Nvidia has introduced ads on the free tier. Some users will get up to 2 minutes of ads during your queue time wait. And don't worry, they won't interrupt your wait in line if you happen to click on them. Rover?
Rover.
Rover?
Rover.
Rover?
What kind of magic is this? How do they know? Anyway, once you get in-game, you'll have to sign in every time you log on to GeForce Now, no matter the tier. Just keep that in mind. Now on the performance side, I've noticed that you'll get two different configurations for the free tier. The GTX 1060 or the RTX 2080 configuration. Now the free tier streams up to 1080p and 60 FPS, and the game maxes out at 60 FPS, but both tiers struggle to run the game. The 2080 configuration really drags when moving during combat. Plus, you'll really feel it when you spin the camera around in busy areas. I got my FPS into the 20s doing this. It's rare, but it has happened. Now the 1060 configuration is even worse. I actually recommend you lowering the graphics settings. I'm not even sure why they're this high to begin with. This might save you around 10 FPS, but you'll still get drops during gameplay. Overall, the game is playable. If this is your only way to play, it is what it is. But really, the biggest problem you'll have with the free tier will be the hour time session. This could happen to you at the end of your session before you realize it. Make sure you're not doing anything more important than eating dinner when this happens. Thank me later. So what are the benefits of getting a paid tier like the priority tier? With the priority tier, you still get a max resolution of 1080p with a max stream of 60 FPS. Now you usually get two configurations, the RTX 2080 and the 3060 configuration, but I was only able to get the 3060 on the priority tier. Probably because they're using the 2080 for the free tier as I covered earlier. The performance on the 3060 configuration is better than both the 1060 and the 2080. The stream is also noticeably smoother. Sure, I did have a few frame drops here and there, but nothing the free tier configurations were doing. I was hovering around 60 FPS most of the time. Now here are some other perks for the priority tier. Instead of an hour time limit, it has a 6-hour session and the queue time is basically non-existent. Plus, no ads. Now because of this is also the best option for mobile users since most phones only go to 60Hz to begin with. But there's a problem with this. The GeForce Now app doesn't have the mobile controls that the mobile app does. They require a controller, so we recommend a Razer Kishi for Android or a Backbone for an iPhone. Links in the description. We'll also have a video comparing GeForce Now on mobile versus the app. Look for that soon. Now how good can the game be played on the Ultimate tier? Now the Ultimate tier is designed to stream the game at 4K up to 120 FPS, 1080p up to 240 FPS, and ultra-wide monitors up to 120 FPS. Is this all possible with WUWA? Sadly no, but this is not really the fault of GeForce Now. The game is capped at 60 FPS, so 120 FPS just isn't possible. So going up to 4K and the ultra-wide aspects of the Ultimate tier is the only real benefit here. Well, let's not forget that the Ultimate tier has a hard time not going past 60 FPS. So there's that, and the fact that the game looks pixel perfect, if I do say so myself. Now be aware that there is a minimum GPU requirement to handle streaming at this rate. Nvidia recommends a minimum of a GTX 10 series GPU or equivalent to handle decoding the stream. Make sure your device has a graphics processor equal or greater than this to get the best of what the Ultimate tier can offer. Ultimate can also be played on the Shield TV Pro, qualifying mini PCs, and the Samsung Gaming Hub on select Samsung TVs. I will put the links to these devices and the GPU requirements in the description. And speaking of the Shield TV Pro, this device is good to go for playing the Ultimate tier right out of the box. Just plug it in, set up your internet and controller, and you're set to play. Don't forget to make sure that you have decent internet. I would have a minimum download speed of 50 megabits per second for priority members, and 100 megabits per second for the ultimate tier for maximum bitrate streams, especially if you live with others using the internet. Now speaking of the Shield TV Pro, it's actually perfect for the game because it only supports 60 FPS anyway. But I can't talk about how good GeForce Now is without its issues. The lack of mobile touch support is one thing, and the fact that the game crashes on game exit, which prevents you from getting back into the game once a patch is installed. And patches are installed all the time. Talk about a fatal error. And this happened with all the tiers, mind you. Now Nvidia is working on this and has already put a fix in place, and they'll be continuing to fix the problems that are occurring in the game going forward. At least I hope so. We don't want this game ending up like Star Rail. Other than that, the game plays pretty well on the platform. I just wish the 60 FPS cap was lifted. So if you like this overview of Wuthering Waves on all tiers of GeForce Now, give us a like. Also, make sure to join as a member of the channel or join our Patreon and our Discord in the links below. And above all else, make sure to subscribe to keep it locked right here at the only place where you can do battle in gaming heaven, Cloud Gaming Battle.
The end has come.